Happy day 15, guys. I'm really excited for today because today is the halfway mark. Yay! So excited. Okay, so we're going to start today, like any other day, with our gratitude sticky note. So today I'm actually going to put counselor, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I have a counselor. And she has helped me out a lot during my life, during this time, during harder times that I've had. And I think for me personally, I know everyone has like different opinions on counseling. But for me personally, I am a strong advocate of counseling because I think it's a nice view for someone that's not in your life, if that makes any sense. So like, if you're having problems at like work or something, you know, and you're talking to your friend who works with you, they have their personal opinions on work too, where like your counselor doesn't show up to your job, doesn't know how your schedule works, you know, kind of thing. And I also feel that especially with like friendships or relationships, you know, like you can talk to them about like, you know, this is this person's actions and this is like how they're feeling and like all this kind of stuff, and this is like what's happening, what do you suggest? And they're gonna see it from like a black and white point of view instead of like maybe someone who has like met this person and is like, oh, I'm sure they're just like this because this is what's happening, or I'm sure they just feel this way because they're so sweet, why would they act different, you know, kind of thing. So it's nice to have that like outside perspective. If anyone has any questions about counseling or any questions about having a counselor, I'd be very happy to talk to you about it. I'm a strong believer in it. But here's my little sticky note. There's a little bit of clear. And so now we're going to do our task for today. So for today, since it is halfway through and you have stuck with me for 15 days of this 30-day positive mindset challenge, I want you to just spoil yourself today. I want you to do facials. I want you to take a bubble bath. I want you to get your foam roller and roll out your body. Really just take the day and be kind to yourself. Like maybe like eat some like something you love, some like comfort food, maybe, you know, order something that you don't usually order because it's a little more on the expensive side, or, you know, treat yourself today. Like really take the time and do even small things. Like yesterday I cleaned all my makeup brushes, which I know that sounds kind of funny because you're just like, yeah, that's like a thing you should be doing. But like sometimes just taking that time to like know that I've cleaned my makeup brushes and I'm doing something for my skin, like makes me feel better. So I just want everyone to kind of do something like that today, whether it's just going laying out in the sun to like help with your tan, or like I said, a bubble bath or a facial mask, or whatever it is that is going to spoil you today. That is your task. And let me know what you guys do. Let me know what things you like to do to like spoil yourselves or to make yourselves feel loved and feel relaxed. I'd love to know. So let me grab my card. Okay. Let's do this one. We're going to do this one today. It says, joy. What brings you joy, and what does joy feel like? It's a question that might take a little getting used to. You might need to think of some examples. When did you last feel joyful? What were you doing and who were you with? Does it happen often? In our society, many people are often on the active pursuit of happiness. It's almost as if they are setting themselves up for failure as any time they aren't happy. It's as if they're unsuccessful in their pursuit. And what if you stop pursuing happiness and just live in the joyful moments as they come? What if there is no pursuit, but just being wow. I apologize for trying to read today. What if there is no pursuit, but just being and relishing in where you are? What would that feel like? I honestly think about this question probably more than I should. I definitely always want to bring joy to my life. Like, one of my goals for this year has been to like bring more happiness into my life and to kind of get rid of things that don't make me happy or give me a lot of anxiety, which, like, I mean, it's a slow process and like it takes a lot of work. But I think really like recognizing what brings you joy and what you think brings you joy is very important. And I know me and Brittany were talking about this yesterday, about how in your head, like, you think that this is what's actually bringing you joy in this one situation, but it's actually like the atmosphere versus like the actual physical activity. So you have to be really honest with yourself and see like what truly brings you joy. So the journal question is, what can you do today that would bring you joy? How can you bring more of this into your life on a regular basis? So I think, honestly, like, if you just write down how you're going to spoil yourself today, that kind of brings you joy, you know, like eating those good foods or doing a facial or doing whatever, like, that's going to bring you joy. I mean, there's a million things that can bring you joy. Maybe calling someone, maybe drawing, maybe coloring, maybe singing, playing an instrument, like whatever brings you joy. Just like, I would just bullet point it in your journal and just see how long you get your list to be. Maybe try to fill up a full page, maybe draw little illustrations with it, whatever you feel. But I hope that today brings you lots of joy. And thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to give, you know, everyone pat yourself on the back for getting to 15 days. And I will talk with you tomorrow at 11:30. Bye, guys.